Welcome to Backwater Casting. I'm your host, Rick Greene. Today we're fishing beautiful Spednic Lake, which is a border lake between New Brunswick and the state of Maine. My guest today is fellow tournament angler and fishing guide Adam James Kirk Foster. And we're going to have so many fish today that we're going to make two shows out of it rather than leave some of them on the cutting room floor. So what do you got rigged there, Adam, to start the day off?
So currently here on my setup for this morning, I have a wacky rig, a Texas rigged worm on a 1/2 ounce tungsten weight with a 4-aught hook, and a Ned rig to start it off.
That'd be interesting. I've never fished a Ned rig, so that'll be an interesting thing for me. And some of my rig today that I've never fished before, we'll do later on, is a Neko rig. I've got one of those rigs. I've never used one before, so I got that. So it'll be interesting, but I think I'll start a shallow, 5 foot of water. We'll go out on there's a big flat around the corner, and we'll start on the outside where it drops off from about 4 feet to 8 feet, and then we'll work in and see what's in on that flat. There's a good mix of rock and grass and sand. Sometimes it really works, and sometimes it doesn't, and then we'll just work our way down the lake a little bit.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I'm going to throw this crank for a minute because we're out deeper just to see.
I like to throw a Texas rig because it gives me a really good readout as to what the bottom feels like, you know? I tell you, I just applied a little dab of Liquid Mayhem Nightcrawler scent.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, I believe in it. I'm not saying that fish would not have bit if I didn't put that on, but it's good stuff. Right now I'm using a green pumpkin and blue flake, a Fatty Z made by Z-Man. It's rigged on a 4-aught VMC wide gap hook with a 1/2 ounce tungsten weight. Broke off.
Baby bass. Although this is a baby bass, is it bigger than Adam's baby bass? So his first fish, and this is my first fish.
Oh, I think you got me.
I got the lunker?
Oh yeah,
holy
you got
smokes.
me.
So I currently am in first place with the lunker. So we've made about 4 or 5 casts each, so we just got to upgrade from here. We only got one way to go, is up.
So I just broke off my Texas rig on these rocks here. So I already had hooked up on another rod setup my Ned rig. So instead of taking the time to retie right now, I'm moving to a different piece of equipment that I already have preset so that I can get back to fishing instead of wasting time tying.
So what is the presentation? How are you working that bait?
It's a very slow and a very intentional process that you're doing. You're trying to action the bait in a very, very subtle way. Because the composite that's used for this bait is called Elastec, it floats. And the jig head itself is rounded on the bottom like a mushroom. That's why they're called shroom heads. It actually causes the bait to stick straight upwards on the bottom, and all you're trying to do is make very, very subtle, light movements with the bait. When bass hit a bait like this in this size, they tend not to strike it, they tend to inhale it.
Yeah, he's still not huge, but I guess the other guy was so small that this guy, he's twice as big maybe. Up you come. Yeah, so the size just went up a little bit, so now we've raised the bar by about double. Well-fed fish, like big broad belly on them. I mean, the water in here is about 75 degrees, and these fish have been off the beds probably for 4 weeks. None the worse for the wear.
We're moving across this cove here. On the fish finder, I happened to notice some structure that was about 25 feet off this side of the boat here on a 45-degree angle. I made an attempt to cast to it to see if there might be fish holding to that. I didn't get one, and still doesn't mean that there isn't fish there. It's just when you're fishing and you have technology like this, it's a really good idea to take advantage of it because it gives you a picture as to what is underneath of the water that you can't see yourself. So again, by using a technique of a bait that you're going to bounce along the bottom, using my knowledge of the area, which I don't really have a lot of here right now, but I can see that rocks continue out in this direction, and using the electronics in the fish finder, paints a good picture for you as to what's going on underneath of the water. You're killing it with that spinner.
I've got more of these if you want to throw one. I mean, this will slay him in here.
Come on now.
There he is.
Getting a little bigger. I think he's the biggest so far.
Getting him up there, yeah. There. Thank you. Don't hurt me. Yeah. Again, a big fat belly. These fish are really feeding up well. Anyway, it's nice.
That was a nice fish, Rick. They seem to be getting bigger.
Yeah, if you haven't used these before, and they're fantastic surf bait.
I'm very familiar with the Vibrax.
Yeah. You can cover a lot of water. They're non-threatening. Like, there's not really any negative cues to them. They just look like a minnow scooting through the surface.
That's right. So what kind of bait are you throwing there now, Rick?
I just switched up to a 1/2 ounce Strike King spinnerbait. The Blue Fox is quite a small profile, and I just was wondering if something with a bigger profile and a little more flash might get me a bigger fish. So that's basically what I've done. I've switched to a bait with a much bigger profile. Just gonna give that a shot and see what happens. Come on, buddy, we'll get you back. You know how often I talk about the trailer hook? Well, there he is. That's all I got that fish by, is that little wee piece of skin on the end of his lip on the trailer hook. So I just reiterate, the trailer hook puts the extra fish in the boat because he missed the main hook.
The pressure is on.
There's no pressure.
There we go.
We got a first double of the day.
Double header.
Yeah, first double.
Yeah, buddy.
Now that guy got the main hook. The trailer's right there, so this guy got the main hook. See what our first daily double looks like. Oh,
yeah.
He ate that.
I think I got it. He's a good start. Hopefully he'll get a little bigger than that one.
Guaranteed. He's tough though, he's acrobatic.
He's in a little shallow,
As fast as I can reel, he's coming back to the boat. He's bigger than I thought he was. It hit the water. I barely turned the handle when he hit it.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Got one too? Oh, swing and a miss. Yeah, anyway, not massive, but fight.
Okay, so what I'm doing here now is changing my tungsten weight to a 1/2 ounce opposed to a 3/8 ounce that I tried to throw after last time I broke off. Because of the way that the water's moving and the way that the wind is at our back, the lighter weight is causing a real bow in the line, which when you're fishing this type of presentation, you want to have solid contact with the bottom and feel the sensitivity through your line. So having that big bow and that slack could be pulling the bait off of the bottom and just causing you not to be able to feel those subtle strikes that the bass like to do.
I've hooked a great big one on this point before, so that's why I kind of cut us back in again. Yeah, it's pretty amazing when you look at the size of that bait compared to that fish, and he come up and smack that. And I've had them even smaller than that hit a big bait.
It's pretty crazy to see when a bass that's only 6 inches long hits a 4-inch long spinnerbait.
Oh,
it just gives you a good idea as to, you're on again. Gives you a really good idea as to how aggressive they really are though.
Yeah. This guy's a year older than the other one. maybe 2.
So what I'm gonna try now is, it's called the Wacky Rig. It's a simple setup, 6-inch Senko worm, matched up with a 1/8 ounce jig head with a small rubber circle O-ring around the worm to try to hold it onto the hook so it doesn't get shaken off. I'm throwing this because I've been watching Rick put on a clinic here on how to catch fish in front of me, and he's using baits that are up higher in the water column, where I was kind of dragging along the bottom.
And away he goes. There might be more because I got 2 hits.
Oh, there's more.
I had 2.
Yeah,
oh,
I got
there's
one.
more. Yeah, I got one too. Yeah. Come here. He threw my Senko away, but I got the O-ring back.
That's good.
How does that work?
That's the most important part.
Yeah, the
right?
O-ring is still there. Daily double. They're almost twins. Anyway.
There we go.
Get him back.
He's a little guy. They all have nice fat bellies on them though,
Yeah,
eh?
well, we'll get some bigger ones here in a minute.
There we go. He might be better. Yeah, he's a bit better. Oh yeah, stay away from under the boat, buddy.
No.
This is why I love that medium light. See that bend in that rod?
Yeah, well, I like a medium light rod for drop shot and stuff.
You can't horse them
Give
in.
you a pull.
This one's got a nice. This is nice.
Oh yeah, that's
look at the shad that just came out of his mouth. Eh?
Puked out a big one.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Healthy. A big belly on her.
Nice, good one. That rod that's just right for these deeper fish too. I like the pull.
There you go.
Oh, he's off. I like that soft action when you set the hook on them. And
that's right. The
found,
extra fast tip really helps.
Yeah.
Let's get another one.
He's a little better. Not a monster, but better.
There you go.
Just enough. You hear that drag just slipping a bit. It's amazing how powerful they are. There
nice color too.
Yeah.
Almost looks like a redfish.
Yeah. Where is he caught?
In his gill.
Caught right under the chin. So he smacked at that. He probably hit the other end of it, and I set the hook when I felt him. Nice sensitive rods. So he probably smacked at that bait, and I got him from the other end. Cool. A little bigger.
Very cool.
Him or his buddy.
Yep.
Him or his buddy.
It's another nice one.
Yeah, he's a nice solid fish too.
There we go. See that hook set there right in the top of the mouth. That's exactly where you want it.
You talk about video gaming them, I'm going to video game one right now. Well, he's not that big, but I still might get him. I had one marked there on the screen, but he didn't look that big. I saw him coming onto the screen, so I dropped on him, but he just wasn't that big.
Oh yeah, I'm waiting. He's back.
Mine looks tight.
He's got it now.
No, he's all the way up top.
No, that's not. Oh, it is him. Here we go.
Yeah, that's a nice fish too.
Liquid Mayhem Bass Attractant. I just applied it. I mean, did I catch that fish because I did that? I don't know, but I like it.
Yeah, confidence is everything at the end of the day, because you fish better if you believe. No matter, like your bait, the scent, whatever. So what'd you get that one on?
Texas Rig Fatty Z by Z-Man.
Yeah, Fatty Z. First time I ever fished this thing. He's not a monster, but it's the first one on this rig, so I'm okay.
Good job.
There. Yeah, see how tiny that hook, I mean, it's just a tiny little hook. So every time I grabbed him, he poked, I'm bleeding, so he poked me.
Hey Rick, what do you think of that Nico rig?
Well, actually, Adam, that's the first time I've ever thrown it. That's a Jackall Necco Flick. And what it is, it's kind of like, in a way, like a Senko, only it's deep on one end and skinnier on the other end. And I've got a 1/8 ounce nail weight in here. Put it right in through the nose. And I've got a 1/0 gammy, or number 1 gammy hook weedless there. So what happens when this goes to the bottom, the normal Senko goes like this. This one's going to go down like this. And it'll kind of stay on the bottom and upright like that. So, because this is weighted and this is not. So anyway, I'm just playing with it. It's the first time I've ever used it. I got a fish on the second cast, so that's a good sign. And we'll throw it again and see what happens.
I won't even move it. He might even be there right now.
Yep, he's there.
It did it again.
Yep, they're running at you.
Oh, this might be the lunker.
Oh. There is a net if we get to there.
No, I can get him, but he's...
Nice fish. I can see him from here.
Yeah,
he's a nice fish. We'll do a picture on that one.
Oh, yeah.
Good one. Nice fish.
I'd say he's about a high 190, 195.
Yeah, he looked bigger in the water, didn't he? And when that temperature come up, it came up quick. That was another Necco Flick from Jackall on that one, but he threw it away when he jumped. That's downright rude. Hard to get a hold of him with that little hook. There we go. Yeah, not a monster, but he's chunky.
Yeah, those fish all seem to be really chunky in here. They must be feeding well.
Anyway, we'll get re-rigged and see if we can get another one.
Oh, hit. Oh, come off. Oh, he came back. There he is.
No, he's on. I got him.
He might be a horse.
I'm gonna see if he's got a buddy.
He's not bad.
Boys, he's pulling, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
No, he's down there. I see him. No buddies with him.
Nope.
He's not as big as that last one you had, but he's still a nice fish.
Yeah. they're red in here. I love it. Man, he's got some weight.
Yeah, they're fat.
Yeah. Lively.
Tough as nails. Just a tick on the line, and the nice thing about that is with the Power Pro, you feel everything because it's a zero stretch line, and that, I mean, that was a full length of the cast out, and I just felt the tick as he got it. No, it's a pickerel. How about that? It's an old chain pickerel. Yeah,
oh, he's a nice one though.
Oh, he's a chunk, yeah.
See, if they were all like that, they'd be fun.
No.
Oh, I'm fetched
He was sitting right on that outside of that break, probably 10 or 12 feet of water.
It's funny, you go 2 or 3 minutes without a fish.
Yeah, it seems
like, what's going on?
Yeah,
Where's
what
all the
happened?
fish?
Where'd they go?
We only just caught 25 in the last half an hour.
There. Beautiful pattern on them again. We've said before, that's why they get the name chain pickerel. They got that beautiful pattern down their side of their body. And they're fun. I mean, I poke fun at them, but there's tons of people here in the province that love fishing for those guys.
So we're moving along this shoreline here. It has a really steep drop, probably about 5 to 8 feet off of the bank. It drops down within about 12 feet to 30 feet of water. What I'm looking at right here is a very large submerged rock. Bass like to hide out on the undersides of that and stay in the shade because they're ambush predators. So what I'm going to do right now is try to toss my lure basically right on top of that rock and bounce it off the outer edge and let it fall down to the base of the rock itself. Not saying it's going to work for sure, but let's check it out. It's just falling off on the other side now.
Negatory.
Negative, Ghost Rider. That's fish.
Possible reevaluation.
Yep. There she goes. Yeah. So this isn't the biggest one yet, but as you can see, my theory worked. The Bass Assassin. There we go. Ooh.
Well, Adam James Kirk Foster, I just got to know, who were you named after?
Well, my father's name was Kirk, and he came up from a family of 10, and his one of his brothers' name was Jim or James. And they were the closest brothers of the group, so he named me after my uncle and named me after him, which just happened to be James Kirk.
Well, it was a thought, but we were hoping it was Star Trek. It would have been a great story. James T. Kirk would have been a great story. But being named after families, good stuff.
Hold on a moment here while I catch this fish.
Just hold that thought.
Yeah, I was born in 1978, so they knew the difference. Ooh!
That sounded good, Adam.
Yeah. Yeah, they knew the difference. I love feeling that drag pull, eh?
Yeah, that's the best stuff.
Yeah.
When they take drag, it's all good.
Medium light action. It's, here it comes. Yeah, it's a nice fish too. Come on. Ooh. Ooh, wait for the boat. Oh yeah. Hello. Beautiful.
So that's good electronics.
That's right.
See the unit, I can back it up and show you. Yeah, so he was sitting on the bottom in 35 feet of water almost. So nice chunk. So these lines right here, we just drifted over those fish, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. And I caught one of them on the drop shot because I just went straight down the trolling motor, which is where that transducer is. And Adam fired right in behind, and he's working on it to get another one too.
Yep. There we go.
Splish splash.
You think it's got a Cinco in its mouth?
Oh, it's very possible.
I literally cast it right to where you had them on. Let's see. They're in such good condition in here. No Cinco in his mouth.
No Senko.
There is, he looks healthy.
He's all right. They're all good. Unless we get a real tank. He's nice though. He's a good one. Nothing wrong with him.
Nope.
There he is.
He's nice.
Yeah, he's a good one. Come on, the papa. Up.
There you go.
Yeah, solid. Again, same thing, big, big bellies. These fish are really, really feeding up.
That's a big one.
That sounded good, yeah.
Yeah. He's gonna come up again before I get him. Oh, yeah.
Come to Papa.
Oh, there we go.
Double.
Yeah.
We got a double. Oh, Adam's is
Nice.
twice the size of mine. We should have had twins, but he got the bigger one. Oh,
What a
yeah.
fatty.
There.
There we go. There we go. That's a nice one right there.
There. Out she comes.
What a pretty fish.
Yeah. Nice chunky fish. Well, Adam, when did you start fishing? I mean, you grew up in Lower Sackville, which is, you know, a pretty much of a metropolis area. So how did you get into it and how old were you?
I grew up outside Halifax, Nova Scotia in a place called Lower Sackville. I started fishing at probably as soon as I could walk. And I used to fish a lot of trout and landlocked salmon in those areas, but they started to diminish as I do another hook set here. There we go. I'm just going to continue with this here. They started to diminish as the introduction of the non-native species, the chain pickerel, started to diminish their numbers. And so I adapted to that and started to fish the pickerel as well as the bass. I used to do a lot of ocean fishing as well, as we had a place in Hubbards, but nothing compares to smashing smallmouth bass.
It's a 4-pounder in the making, I'll tell you.
He's still thick. Here, I'll go get his brother.
I don't know that that hit the bottom. I just saw the line jump and there he was. Yeah, right back and forth.
They like it, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. We found a hole. Oh. Oh, I can't get over them. They're so tough. Get away from that, under that boat. Let's see if I can get this one in the boat. Oh. There we go. Big belly, big belly.
Big belly.
Beauty.
Big Bertha. Boys. Yes, sir, acrobatic. I went back to the Necco rig again. I got that Jackal Necco flick on. Come on, you.
They like it.
I think he threw it away. I don't, or either that or he really got it, because I don't see it anymore. Yeah, that little hook gets him right in the corner of the mouth, eh? A little gammy hook. He's eating like a monster.
He thinks he's a monster.
Awesome day, man.
It was
I
amazing.
am so glad you came out with us today, and it was a great experience, and some of the different techniques that you use that I don't use, and I mean, we just hammered them today, and it doesn't get much better than that for smallmouth bass.
No, sir, it doesn't. I can't thank you enough for giving me the opportunity to come out here and fish with you, learn some techniques from you as well, and just have an awesome day on the water.